currently, next year we're looking at about 500 spaces. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're really
right now,
booming there.
Well, let me tell you what, she has been busting her butt, and we've been yelling at her because she's not eating, she's not sleeping, plus she works a full-time job on top of this.
Yeah. I think you need to hire some help, dear.
I have. They're just not getting paid, huh, Mary? Mary's my help. Bee's my help. They've been really great about stepping up and just really helping out.
Oh, good.
Literally, I just got on my Facebook because I had to send emails off to the Gazette newspaper, which they cover, 50,000 to 100,000 people, somewhere in there.
Oh, my
God. And they're
gosh.
covering some of our stories. So I had to email that. I got on my Facebook, and then I saw Mary's posting, we're on the radio at 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, I forgot. Oh, no. I've literally been running all day. I mean, it's just been crazy.
What are ticket prices?
Ticket prices are normally $50. That covers the entire weekend, that's both days and the masquerade ball. Right now they're on sale. Yeah, it's really not bad. This weekend, or until Friday, they'll be on sale for $40.
Oh, okay.
So you just have to go to the website and find, and it's only on my website. It's not on the event. It's only on my website. But they have to go, and it says special PARACON ticket, and once they click that, it's a $40 ticket instead of a $50.
Okay.
I originally was just doing it for last weekend, but so many people had missed, a chance to get the post. I said I'll go ahead and extend it for another 5 days, but this is where you'll have to go.
That's awfully nice of you. Now, as far as, to do a gallery reading, at the PARACON with, say, Mary, is there an additional cost to that, or does that include everything, that ticket price?
No, it includes both gallery readings, as a matter of fact.
Wow. That's pretty cheap, girlfriend.
Yeah. They get both galleries, plus, that's through the wonderful charity of Mary and Courtney both. That they both have decided not to charge, and that gives, the people coming more chances to enjoy it.
Oh, definitely. And, it's going to be word of mouth. Once they go to one of these events, they're going to tell everybody about it, and that's why you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I've been telling you, Tanya.
Well, it's already splitting. So, people, just this last week, I went to the psychic fair to take Courtney some flyers to hand out, and I showed one guy who's like, oh, I just saw this at SoonerCon. I'm like, you saw it at SoonerCon? I didn't take it to SoonerCon. SoonerCon is like a Comic-Con, comic book convention.
Oh, okay.
And so somebody actually took my flyer and was passing it out there for me.
Oh, wow.
So that was just kind of like okay, wow, that's, wonderful.
Whatever works, that's a good thing. So
yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure how I was going to say, I'm not sure how the people at the other, what did you call it, SPARACON, would feel about that.
SoonerCon. It's named after, the OU Sooners.
Okay.
SoonerCon, and it's just a comic book convention, but they have everything there. It was a big convention too. So they had over 500 people there walking through. So, and that, we've got another one coming up that we're going to go promote some more stuff, and that's the Zombie Bolt in Guthrie, and that sees over 3,000 to 6,000 people. So it's getting out there.
Most definitely. Well, Tanya, we won't keep you any longer. We know that you need to get some rest. Do you hear me? Rest? Sleep?
Yeah, I know. I was actually telling my daughter, I'm like, I'm going to go down and take a nap, and I saw that. I was like, oh, I can't. I have to be at work at 10 o'clock. I have to be at work in just a few hours. So.
Well, we will let you go so you can take a nap and do, or at least relax, get some downtime for yourself before you have to get up and go again. And Mary will take over from this point. But we want to thank you so much for joining us. And if you come to Chicago, I may come to the event, but as long as there's no Freddy Krueger there.
Well, I know we've got one going to Alton, Illinois.
Alton. I think that's down south.
Yeah, it is down south. It's about 8 hours from me. I don't know how far it would be from you. But we have one there coming up in April. We're the last weekend of April, because I'm flying Barry over from Ireland to do our PARACON. So I got with another gentleman up in Alton, and we decided we're going to do a PARACON there, and we're going to use Barry at both of them. So Barry Fitzgerald will be in Alton, Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah,
not Alton, Oklahoma, but Alton, Illinois.
I'll have to find out exactly where that is. And April is my birthday month, so maybe I can get somebody to buy me a ticket for that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And Barry's an awesome guy to meet here, and so it'll be a good one.
Yeah,
and at a haunted location.
Yeah.
Tanya's also trying to work out something in LA right now, also for a Fright Night.
Ooh, yeah. That would be big.
It's kind of everywhere right now. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. You ladies.
Well, thank you again for joining us, Tanya. Take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, Mary, the floor is yours, and I know that Sabina has questions for you, so I'm going to let her go first.
Yes. I've always been fascinated by psychic mediums, and so it's no surprise that I'm actually co-hosting with Pam on tonight's show. I wanted to ask you how you would best describe your gift.
I don't know. I don't know. I got to tell you, I don't know. People ask me all the time about this and how I get my information, and I really honestly don't know. I hear, I see, I feel, and the gift, sometimes is really great because it gets to help people, but then also there's some downsides, like when somebody's, when you have to tell somebody, when you talk about something sad, or you get really a feeling, that you don't like, you can't understand, I don't like it.
Right. I can imagine, yeah. Because you feel their sadness and what's coming through to you, right?
Right. One thing that I don't like is if I have to tell somebody that may have had an abortion or a miscarriage or a child that has died, usually somebody from their family, either a parent, a grandparent, aunt, uncle, whatever, wants them to know that the child is okay and with them. That is a touchy subject for me because I really don't want to bring it up, but it also gives the person here the relief to know that their child is being taken care of up there with their family.
Right.
Yeah. So what would you say the difference between a psychic and a psychic medium is? Because I know you list both, so I'm not quite sure what the difference is.
Okay, a psychic could read to tell you things about the future, and medium talks to people who have passed over, and sometimes they cannot do either. And like I read something the other day about the Long Island medium that said that she's just a medium and she's not a psychic, but a psychic medium could do both.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I used to actually watch the TV show Medium. I wanted to know how close to reality they actually played that show, or if they kind of went way out there.
I don't know because I don't watch those shows. Because when I start watching those shows, I start reading, and I have to back off of that.
Oh,
okay. I see. So
I do know that for the show Medium, they had, I believe it was James Van Praagh as their their go-to person to try to get things as accurate as possible.
Yeah, they had I forgot now, but I thought they had the real one that they based that show on, but I've forgotten her name. But when you say you can see and hear people who have passed over, exactly how are you able to do that, or what does it entail, if you can describe it?
So it just comes to me. I'll be reading for somebody, and then it's like I just know. It's a feeling there that sometimes I can see them, but it's almost kind of like a hologram. I can see them, but I can't see them. I more feel. It just directs me to be able to describe the person, and like I really don't see their face sometimes, but I see what they look like, if that makes any sense to you at all.
Almost like a picture in your head? Yeah.
It's not like looking at a picture where that's really clear. Mm-hmm. This is just looking at something and knowing.
Kind of sounds like some of my dreams. I'll have a dream and I'll know who the person I'm dreaming about is, but they won't look like their real self. They won't really look like anything to me. It's weird when I have dreams like that. So I noticed that you also
doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a time when I thought I had this psychic ability. I don't know. I forget because it's been so long. There was something that happened in me that I thought that was something I could do, but obviously it wasn't because I'm clueless. But it's very intriguing and interesting to me. That's why I used to watch the show, and part of me really wants to have a reading and have somebody, do that, but the other part is kind of scared and nervous about what I'm going to be told. So I'm kind of on the edge on that one.
Well, the only thing that I could recommend from that is make sure that who you do get read from, that they are a real psychic and not just a wannabe. And I try to be careful how I put that because I don't want to offend anybody. But there are some people that are just wannabes out there, and you need to be very careful. I've heard of psychics telling people very hurtful things and scaring the crap out of people, and then, of course, none of it comes true. And in the meanwhile, these other people are freaking out and spending thousands of dollars calling other psychics and saying, oh, my God, this person told me that. Is this going to come true? So you need to really be careful who you pick.
Right. I noticed that you also do hypnotism, and I've actually never been hypnotized, and I've actually not ever known whether it would actually work on me. Does a person have to believe that it will work in order for it to take effect and actually be able to let go and allow the hypnotizing to happen?
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever watched TV or been on the computer where you're so engrossed that you shut out the outside world?
Yeah, I've been able to do that occasionally, but I'm not as good as my friend that can do that. Like, she literally, I can sit there and have a nice conversation with her, and she won't hear a word I say.
That's
so I'm not as good as her. Okay.
That's a form of hypnosis. That's
is it really?
Basically what it is.
My grandkids do that. We'll try talking to them. They're watching TV. They won't hear a word I'm saying, and I have to, say over and over, Julian, 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 and then finally he'll look at me, and he looks at me like, huh, what, kind of thing.
And that's what it's like to be hypnotized. I mean, it's just like being engrossed in something. I mean, your eyes are closed, you're relaxed, you're hearing what the hypnotist is saying. You cannot do anything against your will. You can wake yourself up. It's just very easy to be hypnotized. And just to let you know, I do past life regressions also with being hypnotized.
Oh, wow. That sounds interesting.
If you go on my website, you can see, or even on YouTube, you can go and see where I've hypnotized and taken back children and adults back into past life.
Oh, wow. That would be interesting.
And what I do is I ask them what their name is, then, where they're located, and how they died, and what year they died, and then we go back up on the computer and we confirm.
Wow. I would be interested to know that for myself as well. Oh, my goodness, that's so interesting. And I have one more. I was just curious. I'm not even sure how to say this. I'm going to spell it. for you to explain that Reiki. I'm not sure how to say that.
Reiki.